And here we go. Here's Pangos, number 4, the freshman for GU with the basketball. And Mike Hart now. Bounce pass to Harris. Down deep, jump hook. No good. Hart digs out the rebound and a reset of the clock for GU. Here's Gary Bell. Harris wanting the ball inside. If they can throw it up over the top, they had him. Here's Harris. There's an easy 2.
One of the bright spots against St. Mary's for GU was the fact that Elias Harris played pretty well on both ends of the floor defensively, held Rob Jones to only 2 points, and had some excellent stretches on the offensive end himself. Look for him to be aggressive from the get-go tonight for GU.
Here's Hamilton, number 5. Anthony Ireland with the basketball. He shot a lot of threes this year. As the feed down low, shot missed by Okonji. And Gonzaga up fast. There's Bell. Can't finish. Loose ball. Grabbed and cleared by number 22, Goodwin Okonji. Here's Hamilton. Around Sacre, right to the rim. Lost it out of bounds. It'll be Gonzaga basketball. What do you think of the start?
Well, I think for both teams, a lot on the line here. We talked about it at the top. Both teams 3-1. You win tonight, you're in an excellent position. They're sitting right behind St. Mary's, with both teams still yet to play, or LMU rather gets to play St. Mary's twice, and GU gets to play St. Mary's up at home. You do not want to drop this game, and I think both teams right now a little nervous to start the ball game.
And a whistle inside. I believe a 3-second violation, possibly on Harris. So LMU basketball. Important for Gonzaga, though, to come out, I think, and really assert themselves physically. That's what, to me, was missing Thursday night, was a real physical presence.
Well, I just think energy and effort on both ends. You look at the St. Mary's ball game. St. Mary's clearly the more aggressive team from the jump, and St. Mary, or rather GU, reacting the entire 40 minutes. Tonight it's important that they set their tone, like you said, Greg, through how physical they can play, particularly around the rim.
6 on the shot clock. Ireland, here's Viney. He can shoot a 3. Missed it long. Pangos the rebound. And here's Gonzaga up fast. Mike Hart. Looked as though he could have gone right to the rim with it with an aggressive mindset. Here's Harris, jump hook, baseline. Good, 4-zip.
Good patience from Elias. Credit Mike Hart. Nothing initially. Didn't panic. Let the offense set. Just dropped it down to Elias. The double didn't come. And Elias can go to work all night versus Hamilton if Hamilton doesn't get any help.
Harris hitting 2 of his first 3 buckets. And he's got all 4 points for Gonzaga. Here's Ireland working on Bell. Down to the baseline. Nice feed inside Okonji, the easy 2.
You see Ashley Hamilton, or rather Anthony Ireland, pardon me.
And Okonji active defensively with a deflection inside.
Let's take a look. Ireland, one of the better point guards in the league. Only a sophomore. You see right there, draws the defense, forces Sacre to come over and help. In league play, 5th in points per game and 3rd in assists. Does an excellent job at 1.7 assist to turnover ratio. So one of the better point guards in the league. You saw it right there.
Sacre through Okonji. He'll shoot free throws. So that's important, what we see from Rob Sacre right away. Wanting the ball, making the aggressive move, and earning the trip to the free throw line. Did not do that Thursday night.
No, he didn't. He was much more hesitant. Rob has had, the last 7 games, you look at his numbers, 6 points per game, shooting less than 35% from the field. More than anything, it's his effort as far as trying to establish position and then going on the catch. Right now, coming into tonight, his first look is to pass once he gets the ball in the low block. It's important that his first look is getting to the rim. He's so big and physical. He draws so many fouls. Not only does he get himself to the line, but he helps GU get into that bonus situation. That was an excellent first touch for him here tonight.
Sacre missing the front end. Hits the second. 3-point GU advantage. Ireland now sets up the offense for the Lions. Jump shot away by Egbayemi. Sacre with the rebound. Here's Pangos. Harris. Another nice move aggressively to the rim. Harris with 6.
Tell you what, on every catch, he's looking to get the ball to the rim right away. Not waiting to see if he's getting double teamed. Much more assertive here tonight. than he was to start the St. Mary's game. Got things going there in the second half, but Ashley Hamilton's going to have his hands full, particularly without any help coming down from his teammates.
Big by Yemi. Missed that shot. Okonji with the rebound and the finish. Okay, the matchup tonight to watch. Gary Bell guarding Drew Viney. What I just saw a moment ago was amazing. Here's Hamilton. The steal. He almost got that bucket to go. Foul on Pangos, and Hamilton will go to the free throw line. Hamilton 6'7", 210 out of London, England.
He's only played 62 games. He's a redshirt junior. He's had to battle all types of injuries to his back, his feet. He had a red shirt, I believe, his sophomore season after having a tremendous freshman campaign, earning an all-WCC. So he's a kid when healthy. He's a handful. He's a good athlete, can knock down a jump shot, very active on both ends. But he said he's had a tough time staying on the floor.
Foul by Pangos, the first against Gonzaga. Hamilton missing the first. Big body, broad shoulders. Max Good will recruit anywhere. Got a couple of kids from Nigeria on the team. Hamilton from London. Of course, most programs now are internationally recruiting players.
You see it, WCC, St. Mary's has that Australian connection. Obviously, LMU and GU and both are actually playing on as well.
No bucket. Foul called on Rob Sacre. His first, Gonzaga's second. LMU getting it done on the offensive glass, but Gonzaga with a 2-point lead, 7-5. An early 2-point lead for Gonzaga, 15:51 to play first half. Time now for tonight's Keys to the Game, brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino.
Well, Greg, first things first for GU, you got to get over it. Thursday happened. It happens to every great ball club. You have an off night. It's time to move on. If you're GU, this is too big a ball game. Number two, you got to defend without fouling. You look at LMU, tops in the WCC, shooting over 71% from the free throw line. You want to force them to tough shots over a hand. And finally, limit turnovers. You look at LMU, 16 turnovers a game, turn them over, but GU doing an excellent job in lead play, only about 11 turnovers a game.
You can't get upset about a home or about a road loss to your rival in early January, knowing that you're going to have another shot at them, and chances are you're going to be playing them in the tournament in March.
I think you can get upset about it, but what you can't do is dwell on it too long, particularly when you're in the middle of an early season or early conference season race here with three teams tied at 3-1. This is a big game that you look back on and say, boy, I'm glad we got that win on the road. I think just the way you lost is what's so frustrating for this staff and this team. Really just didn't show up at all on either end.
I guess poor phrasing on
sure.
You just don't want to lose perspective on it. It's one game.
It's time to move on. This is one of those tapes you just don't watch. It happened. Let's move on. Let's get it done here tonight.
Here's Ireland. Feed to the post, knocked away by Dower. Picked up by Harris. Harris was hounded down the floor and got it to his point guard. Here's Kevin Pangos. Bounce pass to Dower. Tough one.
Yeah, bad angle there from Pangos, and he's letting Dower know that's my fault. He needs to take a dribble or two over to that sideline, create a better angle. But that's what you need to do if you're GU. Look to get the ball inside, put some fouls on LMU, get yourself in the bonus, and try to get guys like Sacre and Dower going after having such a poor night on Thursday.
Hamilton on Dower. Grabbed by Hart. Possession arrow favoring LMU, but what a play by Mike Hart. And Guy Landry Eddy checking in for Hart. So one specialist to another specialist.
Out there for their energy, help out on the glass. Anything you get offensively is a bonus when it comes to Hart and Eddy.
Sketch by Hamilton. You see the hops by that kid. You also saw him be able to put the ball on the floor with his left hand and drive there. He's a talented player. Here's Viney. His first good look at the bucket. High off the glass, and we're tied at 7.
You see right there, Eddie's matched up with him right now, but Eddy doesn't really have the length to challenge Viney on his attempts. Right there, just a nice read from Viney, ripped through one dribble, that lift, able to shoot over the top of the defense.
Pangos strong to the rim. His arm had to have been hit on that, or the ball was hit, one or the other. Well, got some help. Here's Harris, the three-ball. Dower, what a rebound and put back. Sam Dower.
After the Thursday night game against St. Mary's, coaching staff, one of the things they talked about and talked with Zachary and Dower is you've got to play harder, more consistent. Particularly in these big games where there's a lot of energy in the building. You play hard, good things are going to follow.
Hamilton working on Harris. All the way in there, but no bucket. He traveled. So what I'm sensing right away is the effort on the defensive end by Gonzaga that was lacking Thursday night as well.
Well, just much more engaged on that end of the floor. And you see right away, Hamilton's tried to go to work a couple times versus Harris around that free throw line. And Harris, you see the defensive improvement from year 2 to year 3. This season, much more capable of keeping those guys in front and forcing tough shots. Last year, that's a blow-by more often than not for the offensive play.
Quincy Lawson, number 20 on the floor for LMU, replacing Ashley Hamilton. Lawson, a sophomore out of Los Angeles. Here's Eddie. To Harris. This is a very physical start to this game by both teams. Harris, tough shot there. Eddie slapped it in. Picked up by LMU, and this is Anthony Ireland. Viney, transition three. That's dangerous. Tip back, Lawson. And LMU ties the game at 9. Harris got all the way in there, even though he was losing the handle on the ball. And he'll shoot free throws. Foul called on Lawson.
See right there, the good three-point look for LMU in transition, but Lawson just hanging around the rim, redshirt sophomore. That's primarily what he's going to do, is attack the offensive glass. It's an excellent job. Actually leads his team about 58% from the field. When the shot goes up, you've got to turn and find him and keep him off that offensive glass. That's how he primarily scores.
That's 2 team fouls on LMU. Gonzaga with just 2 as well. Pangos is out. David Stockton checking in, number 11. Harris hits 1 of 2. Bell kept it alive. Up strong, missed it. Grabbed by Eddie. He's up strong. Still no whistle. There it is. And Guy Landry Eddie will go to the free throw line. Foul called on number 12, LaRon Armstead, his first, team's third.
Right away, difference between night and day for GU as far as the energy and the effort. Saw right there, consecutive offensive rebounds for GU, creating that foul pressure off a free throw. We didn't see a lot of that Thursday night. That's something they focused on yesterday in practice. Is, hey, guys, we got to get back to being a team that grinds things out, an effort team. We're not good enough to try to take a night off or not bring that energy.
Gonzaga now 2 of 5 from the free throw line. That one's in and out as well. 2 for 6. 1-point lead. That's a carry there. Trying to get around Bell. You can tell already that even as a freshman, the defensive skills of Gary Bell is already in the minds of some of these players. They've seen the tape. They know that he's a tough defender.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's a good matchup here. Rather, he has a good matchup here with Ireland. Ireland a little smaller than he is. Both kids with some good quickness. You saw against Thursday night. Dellavedova really a bad matchup at 6'6" for Gary.
And there's Bell. Left open, lined in. The three-point bomb and connects. 13-9.
The defense goes underneath the ball screen. That's an automatic look to take that jump shot. Good read. Good recognition from the freshman.
Ireland. Here's Lawson. Ireland driving on Eddie. Skip pass deflected. Grabbed by Armstead. Fouled by Stockton. Armstead will shoot a couple. That's the first on Stockton, 3 on GU.
Foolish foul there from David. Went for the steal, got the bad break. Unable to come up with the steal, but then he compounds it by trying to block the shot. 5'10", that's not your game. Look to challenge a little bit, but when they beat, don't compound it by fouling the guy who's trying to shoot a tough jump shot.
Marquise Carter on the floor. Bell goes out. Hamilton checking in. For LMU is Godwin Okonji is out for the Lions. 12:14 to play first half. GU with a 3-point lead. Make it 2. LMU 4 of 10 from the floor. Gonzaga 5 of 11. Here's Harris. Jump shot. Elbow. Off. Eddie with the rebound. Reset. Here's Carter. Stockton. It's got Carter. Not a lot of fluidity on offense right now for GU. 8 on the shot clock. Here's Harris. Hands off to Eddie. He'll fire the 3. That's not as good a look as he had in the early part of that possession.
Good look earlier in the set, but credit LMU with a solid job defensively.
Ireland missed it. Lawson went for the tip jam, and he's fouled here by Harris. And that's number 1 on Elias, 4 on GU. Gary Bell. We can play that defense, but boy, he's got that shot as well. Gonzaga with a 2-point lead. There's Marina Del Rey. Beautiful shot tonight. And there's Bo Kimball, one of the legendary figures in the history of this program. Of course, teamed up with Hank Gathers for those great years in the late 80s. One of the greatest offensive teams in the history of college basketball. I remember those teams well, living on the East Coast. It was great to watch LMU.
And, that moment in the NCAA tournament when, Kimball honored his teammate Gathers with the left-handed free throw, one of the great moments in college basketball history. So this program, LMU, has some of the richest tradition of any college program. Obviously haven't had the same type of success they had during that era, but still just a wonderful run for them, and it's nice to have them here in the building.
Lawson missed the first one. There is great tradition here, though, and I've always thought the right coach can get this thing back. You're in the city of Los Angeles. You don't have to go far to find good players. You get the right, just like those teams. You get Jeff Fryer, Bo Kimball, Hank Gathers, and lo and behold, you're a Final Four caliber team.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Plenty of talent in the Los Angeles area and obviously in California.
Nice feed. Dower finished with the left hand. 3-point GU lead. Assist to Stockton.
Much better moving the basketball is GU. Three assists on 6 field goals made. Not nearly as successful on the offensive end against St. Mary's. The ball moving around a lot with much greater purpose here tonight for GU.
There's Viney. Marquise Carter now guarding. All the way by Viney. No good. Stockton actually Sacre with a rebound. Dower wanting the ball, and wow, is Lawson just pushing him everywhere. Foul called on Lawson. That's his second. And that's 4 now on LMU. Sacre, double team, fights through it and scores.
Much better start to this ball game for Rob Sacre than he's had for the last half-dozen games or so. On his catches, immediately looking to get to the rim. He's done that twice now. Both times probably got fouled. Got himself to the free throw line the first time right there. 2 points around the rim.
Bryant got by Eddie. Got it to Hamilton. Left hand. Missed it. Dower had it. Loose ball. Hamilton on the floor. Gonzaga basketball. Out of bounds off of Hamilton. He and Sacre were battling. Well, they changed their mind. They give it to LMU. Check that. It's Alex Osborne. My bad. That's my mistake.
I forgive you.
Hamilton wearing number 5. Just missing the 1. That's Hamilton from the corner. I knew they were both out there.
That's something Hamilton does much. 4 of 19 for 3 during his career coming into tonight. But that's a big shot for LMU.
Yeah, he's now 4 of 7 this year. There's Sacre. Jump hook. Missed it. Tip back down. Cleared by Hamilton. The officials are coming down and parking their caboose right in front of me.
talk to him at halftime. Slide over a little bit. 5 feet.
Yeah, help a guy out here, would you? Ireland over Stockton. Osborne runs it down, saves it to Hamilton, who was fouled by Stockton. So David picks up his second personal. That's 5 on GU. And Gary Bell Jr. checking back in along with Elias Harris. Dower and Stockton go out. Tell you, Osborne, another big body, 6'7", but 240 pounds.
He likes to bang around the rim. Only a redshirt sophomore. Not much he can do offensively, but he just constantly puts the body on guys. A lot like Rob Sacre does on the offensive end as Hamilton gets another 2 around the rim.
And we're tied at 17. Bell, Harris. Surprised he didn't shoot that. Pangos. Nice feed. Sacre. Dribble. Blocked from behind by Osborne. And Max Good is beside himself.
Looking for the offensive foul. Thought Rob lowered that shoulder on that crab dribble. Thought Hamilton was in position. No call from the official, but Osborne comes over, gets a nice block. Let's take a look. Nice dribble. Hamilton goes down, but Osborne there from behind, able to get the block. And Coach Good not pleased with the no call from the official.
He's still barking at him. This guy's the best theater in the West Coast Conference.
Been at it for 20 years. A ton of experience.
Ball knocked away. This will be a legal get by Marquise Carter, but he lets it go out of bounds. It'll be Gonzaga ball. 8:42 to play first half. There's Max Good.
And you feel like if he could get guys to stay healthy, this is a program that could take the next step.
Pangos with 1 on the shot clock had to fire it up. Didn't get it off in time. It'll be LMU basketball. So that shot not counting by Pangos. Sensing some momentum turning now towards the Lions in this first half.
Well, they've weathered the storm to start the ball game. You got things going right away offensively. Things have started to even out a little bit, and got ourselves a tie ball game. And the crowd has finally started getting involved as well. The arena's filled up a little bit here. The late crowd has shown up.
There's C.J. Blackwell, number 2. Carter guarding him. 15 on the shot clock. Back to Ireland. Osborne sets the screen. Here's Hamilton. Drives on Harris. Got all the way to the rim and scored. LMU with a 2-point lead.
Tell you what, you're used to seeing Drew Viney take guys off the dribble from that 3-point line, but tonight it's been Ashley Hamilton has done a job from the 3-point line. That's the 3rd time he's been able to get to the rim.
Hamilton picking up his first personal foul. That's 5 on LMU. 7:56 to play first half. Ashley Hamilton, a beast right now for LMU. They lead it by 2. Welcome back to the Gersten Pavilion in Los Angeles, California. Number 21 Gonzaga on the road to play the Loyola Marymount Lions. Greg Heister, Richard Fox were courtside for what's been a very entertaining game to this point with 7:56 to play first half. The Lions with a 2-point lead. Gonzaga not shooting it well at 41%, 33% from the free throw line. Ashley Hamilton perfect for LMU.
Yeah, he's got 8 points, 3 for 3 from the field. Knocked down that 3-point shot. Only the 5th of his career, but the way he's done his damage has been off the dribble. You see here, just 2 or 3 dribbles, gets himself right to the rim. He's athletic enough to finish over the 7-footer Sacre. He has been a load, and I tell you what, when he's healthy, that changes the dynamic and complexion of this LMU program. He's had a tough time staying on the floor, but when he's right, this team is a lot more difficult to compete against.
So Gonzaga trailing by 2. There's a feed to Hart down on the baseline to Sacre. Pangos now to Harris. They go to the other side against Hamilton. Jump hook, got the roll. Elias Harris has come to play for Gonzaga.
Another guy who's come to play exactly 4 of 8 now, 9 points. He's been a lot more active, really the most aggressive player for Gonzaga to start this ball game.
Hamilton again driving. There's some feathery touch off that glass that time. Pangos to Bell. Bell into the middle. Harris lines up the 3. That's way long. Osborne lets it go out of bounds. It'll be LMU basketball with a 2-point lead.
You can tell right off the release that ball was going to be long. I think Elias just a little too jacked up on that catch. You got a defender flying out at you. You need to read the defense. A small ball fake to get that defender off balance. You can get yourself right to the rim, put some foul pressure on LMU. And you'd like to see him not settle for that long jump shot.
Hamilton now feeling it. That three-way off.
It's a two-man show right now.
It is.
Down back and forth we go. Harris and Hamilton trying to get their offense going.
Now they're competing at the other end. Hamilton guarding Harris. He got all the way to the rim and he carried. No, we have a 3-second violation inside. We've seen 2 of those already this game.
Rob's frustrated. Looking at his teammates saying, hey, we need either take we have good looks, take a shot, or get me the ball on the low block. He has his man sealed. Osborne, as physical as he is undersized when you stand him up next to Zachary. Zachary trying to get himself going, get engaged into the offensive side of the ball game, but his teammates haven't gotten him the ball at the right spots. As a result, that's the second 3-second call.
Viney. Gonzaga doesn't want him to get it going. He's got 4 points on 2 of 5 shooting. And we have a whistle and a foul inside on LMU. This is on Viney. That's his first. And that is 6 now on LMU, so 1 more and Gonzaga shoots free throws. There are no nights off anymore in the West Coast Conference for Gonzaga, and it's not because their ability has gone downhill. The rest of this league has just come up. 23 on the shot clock. And you can really see it in this LMU team. There's some good players on this floor right now for Max Good.
Yeah, and they have great depth. They can go 10+ deep onto their bench for LMU. And in some ways, the Viney and Hamilton injuries have helped them. They've gotten guys on the floor that they may not have been able to get on the floor had those guys been healthy.
That shot by Blackwell well off. LMU with a 4-point lead. Last couple of possessions have had a chance to extend that lead, and it's resulted in bad shots.
Bad shots. Hamilton knocked down a 3 earlier in the first half. That's not really his game. And you look at Blackwell, a guy who can knock down shots, 35% from the 3-point line, but that's way too early off of 1 pass in the shot clock.
Matisse Kaida on the floor for GU. Drives the baseline. Won't get the roll. Osborne clears it for LMU again with a 4-point lead. And now LMU a bit more deliberate on offense, and then Ireland jacks up a deep 3.
Yeah, three possessions,
and Max Good just shakes
threes.
his head.
Yeah, just not good offense at all. Max Good frustrated.
Bell right to the rim. A scoop shot with his right hand, kind of reversed it. Wow. That's a horse shot there.
Well, that's a big-time move in transition, and that's what those long threes will do. That's as good as a turnover if the wrong guy's shooting it. And GU good enough to get out in transition, get an easy 2 points at the rim.
Here's Armstead. He shoots it and connects over Pangos. I was just about to say there's another bad shot by LMU, but that one went in. I mean, you've got Viney and Hamilton. Hamilton having the big first half, and you don't give him the ball. Of course, he's not on the floor right now. That might be the reason. Zachary, free throw line. And Rob hits. 3-point game. Gonzaga now 10 of 22 shooting. Not a bad percentage at 45%. But they've turned the ball over 6 times. Viney in and out from 3. He was knocked to the floor. No call there. Bell again inside. Lost the handle. And an offensive foul. No, it's on LMU.
So they're going to get Drew Viney on the reach. And that's it. Drew Viney picks up another foul.
That's his second. 3:46 to play first half. Gary Bell doing all he can do for Gonzaga. Look at that acrobatic finish. We'll be right back. 3-point game in Los Angeles. 3:46 to play first half. There's Mitch Kupchak, the general manager of the Los Angeles Lakers. He's looking for some help, isn't he? I mean, Kobe can't keep scoring 40+ points if the Lakers expect win another championship.
No, they got to get younger, but
who's he looking at?
Well, I tell you what, anytime you see teams coming to town, I mean, being involved with Gonzaga for as long as I've been involved, most times G comes into town, he comes to visit. I think you're looking at Pangos and Bell, some young players, try to get a read on them earlier in their career. Obviously, Zachary, a guy who's coming out this year, will get some serious looks from some teams, maybe a second-round guy. And a guy like Harris, who's so good as a freshman, his numbers, his game has kind of returned to that level. He's a guy that deserves another long look to see where he might end up. And there's some talent for LMU as well, particularly Drew Viney, a guy at 6'8" that can play that three-man position at the next level if he shows that he can athletically compete at that level.
There's Hamilton. Got away, that's short by Armstead. Long rebound. And Hamilton out to Ireland.
6 offensive rebound for LMU. They've done a nice job. 10 second chance points off those offensive rebounds.
Blackwell driving. Armstead converts.
You get those offensive rebounds, you force yourself to guard an extra 35 seconds. And LMU talented enough to make you pay. That's now 12 second chance points. GU's going to have to do something to correct that. They've only got 4 of their own second chance points here in the first half.
Pangos. There's Bell into the middle. Stop. Little runner. Pretty shot.
Boy, I tell you what, he's gotten so much better scoring off that three-point line. Early to start his career, he couldn't get right to the rim for a layup. He had a tough time scoring. We've seen it now tonight. That's about the second tough shot he's hit around the rim.
Ireland wide open. Division I players got to hit that shot. 4-point LMU lead. Trying to go to Dower. There's Zachary. Nearing a 5-second call there. Zachary, nice catch. And he'll shoot free throws. Four-point lead, 2:03 to play. A bit out of sync there on offense.
Yeah, that's about the third time now over the last 5 minutes. GU's had a guy caught without his dribble or nowhere to go. You've got to do a better job running your offense a little more crisply. But you see a guy, particularly Mike Hard or Rob Zachary, pick up their dribble and kind of sitting out there on an island. It takes more than one guy to go make themselves available. You can't assume someone else will go get the basketball. And as a result, they've just barely avoided getting a 5-second turnover.
Zachary now 1 of 3 from the free throw line. So even his offensive numbers have been going downhill. His percentage from the free throw line has followed it.
Oh, just offensively, it's often that snowball effect. Once one thing starts to struggle, your entire game can really take a big hit. We've seen it with Rob, particularly offensively. He still gives you the effort on the defensive end, but offensively, it's been a different story.
Hamilton blocked. Loose ball grabbed by Dower. He's tied up. Possession arrow goes to Gonzaga. Hamilton, though, very aggressive for LMU, was hunting down that rim again.
Well, he's got good quickness, a good enough handle as well to take 2 or 3 dribbles, cross it over once. And he's a matchup problem because he's quicker than a guy like Rob, and he's got more size than Elias. So it's tough to decide who you're going to put on him defensively.
Zachary. You don't want him dribbling it out there.
Right now, offensively, nothing clicking for GU. Rob Zachary's trying to initiate your offense.
Dower, mid-range jumper, good. That's a big shot for Sam. Gonzaga needed that.
Well, he can do that. I'll tell you what, we all remember the Xavier game where he was about as important as any guy's been for GU this year in any ball game. And once that long jump shot's starting to go for him, he's a very, very tough matchup.
Hamilton for 3 again. He's 2 of 3 from behind the arc.
Only 4 makes coming in on tonight for his career.
And there's a bucket inside. Timeout LMU. 50.8 seconds to play first half. We've got a 2-point game. And really, when you start to look at the numbers, Richard, Gonzaga's now shooting at 52% as we take a look at Ireland. Kick out to Hamilton for three. But I mean, LMU shooting 45%. Gonzaga's got a 17-13, a +4 differential on the glass. Gonzaga 5 of 50% from the free throw line. They're 67%. Gonzaga should be leading if you look at the numbers. Hey, there's Gary Payton, former longtime Supersonic, played with the Lakers as well.
He's pretty good.
The glove, huh?
Yeah, he's a decent player.
21,000 points. Really known for his defense. Some gray hair creeping in there.
We got to help out GU to bump up the celeb credentials. That's it.
Yeah.
Tell you what, it's John Stockton and everybody else. We got to.
Yeah, Corey Violet and David Pendergraft just don't get it done, do they?
Reaching there.
Here's Ireland.
You got to be some sort of movie star that likes to visit Hay Lake or something.
Sure. Somebody's got to be around. Loose ball, Bell after it. Kaida on the floor. Got it to Pangos. Gonzaga can play for one. And we got a timeout. Timeout GU. And Max Good is fired up again. It's a 30-second timeout. Now this is an important play. It's going to give Gonzaga a chance to go to the lead at halftime with the lead.
That's just an extra possession. Kaida does an excellent job just getting on the floor. His teammates become available, Kevin Pangos. But, that's what you see. Bell didn't get the ball with his hands. He just cut off Ireland. Dribble. Ireland had to change direction. Wasn't able to keep control of his handle. So, that's what Gary does. He didn't have a good game Thursday night. Dellavedova, there's no doubt he's the best guard, if not the best player in the conference this year. Had his hands full. That was a real learning experience for a freshman guarding a guy like that. And plus, Dellavedova's got quite a bit of size on Gary. At 6'6", able to shoot over Gary, and has some size. He can back him down. But I think Ireland's a real good matchup for Gary defensively. And so far tonight, he's done a nice job of holding Ireland down as far as his production level.
And doing a great job holding Viney down as well. He's 2 of 6, no rebounds tonight for LMU. Gonzaga will play for one. Stockton, Pangos, and Bell on the floor right now with Dower and Sacre. Who do you want taking a shot, Richie?
Well, see Pangos or Bell come off either a double or a down screen. You might be able to get a slip to the rim from one of your bigs.
There's Bell. 6 on the clock. Now Pangos. Got it to Sacre. Lost the handle. Nobody's going to get a shot. It was poked away from behind. LMU with a 2-point lead after the first 20 minutes. If you're the Lions, you love the first half. If you're Gonzaga, the effort's better. Do you feel good enough about that, even though you trail by 2?
Yeah, you're much more engaged on both ends of the floor than you were Thursday night, but the offensive rebounds have to be a concern if you're GU.
Gary Bell Jr. led Gonzaga in that first half with 11 points. Ashley Hamilton with 13 for LMU. 2-point game. We're at the half in LA. And welcome back. Gersten Pavilion on the campus of Loyola Marymount. Gonzaga LMU about ready to tip off here in the second half. Here's tonight's Arby's trivia question. Who's the Zags all-time leading rebounder? Is it Turiaf, Violet, Vermillion, or Calvary? Text your answer to 272-97 to win free food from Arby's. We'll have the answer a little bit later in the show. If you saw the Mark Few show last week, then you know the answer to that question.
Well, I never miss a Mark Few show, first and foremost. But I knew that answer that question last week.
Yes. And it's a record that will never ever be broken.
When you see the number.
It is. And there's a good chance that the owner of that record is watching tonight. So if you are, nice to see you. We'll say your name a little bit later in the show, Jerry. There's a block by Sacre. Okonji was inside and had a clear shot to that rim, but Sacre out of nowhere. And now Bell driving left hand. That ball was deflected. Put back Harris, no good. Okonji with the rebound for LMU.
But a good offensive set for GU. You get a tough look initially from Bell, but you get an opportunity on the offensive glass. It's a good start for the Bulldogs.
There's a turnover. Pangos knocked away by Egbayemi. Back comes LMU. Viney got Pangos in the air, missed the shot. Another offensive rebound for LMU. Tell you what, this lineup right now for LMU is formidable.
Absolutely.
Egbayemi, Okonji, Hamilton, Ireland, and Viney. This is a really physical big team.
Well, Ireland at 5'10" is really the only undersized player you have out there. Everybody else between 6'4" and 6'8". Made physical, and all of them good athletes. You're absolutely right, Greg. This is probably one of their best, if not best lineups for LMU.
Viney in and out. Okonji with another tip back, but that one did not go. Neither team yet to score here after a couple of possessions. Both teams very physical on the defensive end. There's Hamilton with a deflection. Egbayemi right at Bell. Offensive foul, no bucket. Gary Bell Jr.
Crowd doesn't like it, but from our initial look, it looked like Bell had both feet outside that half circle around the rim. Let's take a look here on the replay. Bell does a nice job getting back. Is he outside? He is. That's an excellent call from the official.
I mean, the bench for LMU not happy with that call, but the replay shows it was the right call.
Bell's there. He's in time. He's not moving when the contact's made. And he's a good foot outside that half circle.
Bell, this is inside the 3, just a 2, and we're tied at 34. I knew this LMU team was good when we came down here, but now when you see them in person, and if this starting 5 stays out of foul trouble, they're going to win a lot of games this year in this league. They're already 3-1, but they're going to get St. Mary's or BYU, and another offensive foul there. That one on Hamilton, and it was Gary Bell Jr. again taking the brunt of it.
Back-to-back defensive plays. You see Hamilton there in the first half. That's an open lane to the rim here. Adjustments by GU in the second half. Bell helps off of Ireland, and he's there to get in the way of Hamilton. That's an easy call from the official. LMU bench does not like the call, but that's back-to-back plays defensively when Gary Bell takes the offensive foul.
That one was easier to call than the first one. That was clearly offensive. Bell with Viney there on him. There's Hart, open 3. Off the side of the rim, Sacre the rebound, jump hook, got the roll. And Gonzaga now back out in front, 36-34. Feed to the post. Okonji stepped on the end line. Another turnover for LMU. Gonzaga basketball leading by 2.
Yeah, 3 straight possessions for LMU. They don't even get a shot up. They get the offensive fouls, 2 in a row. Right there, you step out of bounds. LMU shooting themselves in the foot right now a bit. Credit GU's defense, but things just a little sloppy for the Lions.
Nice feed to Hart from Bell. Gonzaga's lead is at 4. Timeout LMU.
6-0 run to start the second half for the Bulldogs. An excellent way to start the second half. And for Coach Max Good, you got to settle your guys down a bit. You compete there in the first half, go to the halftime with a 2-point lead. You need to settle down and get back to what you were doing there in the first half. You see the layup from Mike Hart. Everything rolling right now for GU. Up 4 with 16:55.
16:55 to play for second half. Gonzaga with a 4-point lead on LMU. 38-34. Who has the best student section in college basketball? Gonzaga University fans would obviously vote for the Kennel Club. Now you have your chance. The Kennel Club is one of the nearly 80 schools participating in the Naismith Student Section of the Year Award. Go to facebook.com/ILoveCollegeHoops to cast your vote. The winning student section gets bragging rights, while the winning school will receive $5,000 for its athletic association. There you go. I know you'll be on the internet right after this game casting your vote, Richard. Here's Viney. Double team is there. Now he goes right at Hart. Missed it. Sacre had it. Now he picks it up. Gonzaga back in business now with a 4-point lead. Here's Bell. Big game for GU. 13 points and Mangos Lines up the three and hits his first field goal of the game.
Great set from the Bulldogs. You see Mike Hart curls around that double screen from Zachary and Harris, and while that action's taking place, Pangos comes off a flare screen. That's an easy three-point shot for him.
Egbayami missing from the corner. Saved by Ireland right to Pangos then. Gonzaga with a 7-point lead. Pangos right to the rim, left hand, missed it. Loose ball, whistle. Foul called on Gonzaga. On Zachary. So Rob picks up his second personal. That's 2 on GU this half. 15:51 to play in Los Angeles. Gonzaga's come out storming out of that locker room. They lead it by 7 on LMU. We'll be right back. All Gonzaga to open up the second half. First 4 minutes, Richard.
Yeah, it really is. LMU 0-5 to start this second half. GU 4 of 8. But it's been the turnovers more than anything else for LMU. LMU 4 turnovers here over the first 4+ minutes. GU with only 2. LMU right now playing a bit out of control, almost as if they're too amped up here to start this second half. GU's come out with a lot more purpose and been a lot more controlled with their attack. It's important that LMU settles down a bit here and gets back to where they had some success there in the first half, and that was through Viney and Hamilton on the offensive end.
Gonzaga's turned those 4 LMU turnovers into 6 points, and they lead it by 7. Hamilton inbounding. Here's Ireland. And Bell in chase mode. LMU in desperate need of a bucket here. Very deliberate on offense. Ireland moving now with the ball. Comes into Harris. A lot of dribbling by Ireland. Loves that dribble, Richard.
Yeah, well, he's clearly their primary ball handler, but
got inside, stripped away by Hart. Back comes GU. Here's Pangos transition 3. That's off. Viney the rebound.
That's a good look, though. Early in transition off their turnover, and we got a whistle here. Looks like Ireland's down. Something with his left hand.
What's up, man? What's up, man?
Yeah, he may have a dislocated finger, and they're taking him away from the view of the camera so they can put that finger back in place, I believe.
Good initial defense from Bell. Hart comes over. If you wonder why he's out there on the floor, that's the reason. Defensively, he does a solid job. And let's take a look here, see if he comes down or if it's just at the contact. Looks like he's looking at it on his way down. So on the strip is where the injury occurred. But that's his 4th turnover. 4 assists for Ireland, but 4 turnovers. A guy who's been really solid all year with the ball has struggled tonight versus the defense of Gary Bell.
And he's replaced by Bruce English, a freshman out of Laverne, California. So Ireland out, and Max Good has to go to a freshman now at point guard.
He's only played in 2 of the 4 conference games here, about 10 minutes a ball game.
There's a turnover by Viney. Here's Bell. Thought about shooting it. And now Gonzaga setting up the offense. Pangos. Hamilton saw that one coming.
That's the same play. Pangos got that 3 earlier in the second half. Credit Hamilton for reading the play and trying to make a play on the ball.
Yeah, he saw that one coming. I mean, if I saw it.
Yeah, you and I both knew what was coming. I was almost going to say something before, but
if I saw it, you know LMU saw it. And Ireland back in the ball game now. You got to figure if LMU has a chance to win this game, they're going to need their point guard back.
Yeah, he needs to do a better job taking care of the ball, but he averages 15 a game. He hasn't been able to get himself going at all offensively. It looks like a foul over the back on Rob Zachary. Does not like the call.
That's the 3rd personal on Zachary. 3 on GU this half, and that'll get Dower up off the bench, and Rob will have to come out. We got some tape on that pinky finger of Ireland. It's on his left hand, his non-shooting hand. So we'll have to see if that bothers him the rest of the game.
Fortunate it's not on his shooting hand, but
Hamilton driving. 3 bodies on the floor. Basket will not count. And a foul call here on Mike Hart. So that's the first on Hart, 4 on GU. And Ireland to inbound underneath the basket. Over Dower. Out on top to Armstead. Armstead fakes the three. Throws up the wild one, trying to draw the foul, and does on Bell.
Listen, Dave. Got one by the official there. Looked like he shuffled his feet there off of the ball fake, but ends up getting the foul on Bell on the jump shot. Going to get himself 2 free throws. Let's take a look. Great closeout from Gary Bell. Let's watch his feet. Yeah. It looks to me like he shuffled both feet, if not just that right foot, but nonetheless, LMU will take it. 86% free throw shooter.
Senior out of Los Angeles. Kaida, Stockton are in. Pangos and Hart out for GU.
Interesting to see Matisse Kaida getting some run. Gonzaga looking for some energy, trying to see if they can get some scoring as well. DeLandrietti has struggled on the offensive end. Kaida brings a lot of that same energy defensively. Maybe he could provide some scoring on the offensive end. This is a nice look from the coaching staff.
And I know Coach Few likes the toughness of Kaida as well. Tough kid.
He likes contact, plays hard on both ends, and largely plays within himself.
5-point GU lead. There's Bell with it. Gonzaga opening the half on a 9-0 run. Kaida right down the baseline, lay-in.
On cue. Takes the catch and goes immediately to the rim. Nice finish.
Viney backing down on Kaida. Stripped by Stockton. Will David go against Ireland? He does. Throws it up. Scoop. Missed it. Put back Harris. Gonzaga leads it by 9. I credit the courage of David Stockton. He took it right at Ireland.
A 13-4 run to start the second half here for the Bulldogs. And absolutely right there. You got a one-on-one situation. You need to look to put some foul pressure, get on the rim, and trust your teammates. You saw David looks back and sees his teammates, Elias Harris and Kaida, sprinting the floor. He knows if he misses it, he's got help on the glass. You see there in the background, a tough look, good initial defense, but first guy down the floor is Elias Harris, and we're seeing that with his effort right now. Elias Harris doing things all over the floor, but
Harris now 11 points, 2 rebounds.
And let's look at Viney here, struggling, probably gets away with the foul there as David Stockton stays with it and gets himself the turnover. Viney on the night has really struggled. That's his second turnover now, 2 of 9 from the field. Hasn't been able to get things going at all offensively. And for a guy who in limited action, granted you, in 7 games this year is averaging almost 17 points per game, and last year averaged a little over 17, he is not having the type of night he anticipated here.
Yeah, Viney, 16.6 points a game, but even his rebounding is down, averaging over 6 a game. He's got 1.
Well, 11 career double-doubles, just had one the other week.
There's Ireland, another turnover. Kaida with the handle. Stockton, transition 3, corner it. Harris runs down the long rebound. Gonzaga, new clock. LMU not the same team right now that we saw in the first half.
Nope. Losing those 50-50 plays. GU right now making all the hustle plays, getting those second chance opportunities.
There's a lob. Kaida to Harris. And it's back to 11.
How about that? I'll tell you what. Matisse Kaida having an impact here in the second half. What a feed over the top of the defense. And you see Elias Harris, he can do that. Explodes to the rim.
Armstead drives inside and hits it over Stockton. So there's an answer that LMU needed. Right back to Dower at the other end, though. Spin, left hand, missed it. Rebounded by Blackwell, and back comes LMU. And now the energy back into the game. Blackwell transition 3. That's short. Rebounded Dower. Out to Pangos. Armstead ran into him. Here's Harris again. Running the floor and wide open. Now it's an opportunistic Gonzaga team.
Harris just beats Hamilton down the floor. Not really running all that hard, but at the right place at the right time. And credit Stockton for finding them in transition.
Armstead on a much smaller Stockton right there and decided to shoot over him. Don't you look to try to take him on a dribble? Time now for tonight's play of the game, brought to you by Cost Cutters. Here's Matisse Kaida. He finds Elias Harris. Cost Cutters, family hair salons in North Idaho. Haircuts at $14, open daily. Cost Cutters, our play of the game. Here's the answer to tonight's Arby's trivia question. Who's the Zags' all-time leading rebounder? Is it Turiaf, Violet, Vermillion, or Calvary? The answer, Jerry Vermillion. At just over 6'3", Jerry pulled down 1,670 rebounds. That's 760 more than the next person on the list, Corey Violet. Hungry for Arby's? Now get 2 beef and cheddar sandwiches, just $5. And that's why that record will never be broken.
So I never knew Jerry was only 6'3".
Yeah. He's got really broad shoulders.
What was Violet doing?
I don't know. Yes. I know, 6'3", and there's a good chance Jerry's watching tonight. Hi, Jerry. Got a book coming out, Jerry Vermillion does.
Oh, yeah?
You're looking for that at Amazon, I believe, in time. It's a second in there in his early days at Gonzaga, and there's a foul on Dower. So that's 5 team fouls on GU. That's the first on Dower. So LMU with the opportunity now, trailing by 11. Here's Armstead. Alex Osborne, number 15, back on the floor for LMU. Ireland. Dower popped out there. Ireland. Blackwell blocked by Sacre. Picked up by Osborne. Left hand, no good, but he'll shoot free throws. And Sam Dower just picked up his second personal foul.
That's what Osborne's going to do for you. An excellent block from Sacre coming over from the weak side on the help defense, but Osborne's a guy who sticks around, hangs around that rim offensively, attacks that glass, almost 2 offensive rebounds per game. That's how he primarily scores. And right now, LMU needs to get any kind of break they can. They need some help in the points department. There's no doubt about it right now. Things really slowing down for them here in the second half when you compare how well they were playing in the first.
Osborne, a sophomore out of Los Angeles. Big body. Gets both free throws. 9-point lead. 10:28 to play. And Stockton running the show. Pangos on the floor as well. LMU really cooling off here in the second half. Dower. And now an offensive foul called inside on Rob Sacre. Sacre picks up his 4th personal foul. That's 8 on GU this half.
They called a trip. I'd love to see that again. See that very often. Let's take a look here. So you can see the top of the screen. Rob is working for position. Their feet get tangled up, he and Osborne, and the official calls the trip, and Rob can't believe it. I'll tell you what, I've seen that in transition before. Maybe a guy goes up for a layup, but not when 2 posts get tangled up around the rim. I mean, a tough break. There's no doubt he impacted Osborne, but there wasn't no intent. Well, there was feet that got tangled up and he tripped, right? Shot from the corner for 3 is good by Armstead, and it's a 6-point game with Sacre on the bench for GU with 4 personal fouls. Dower finds the open shooter. Pangos in the corner. That's no good. Rebound at LMU. Hamilton, and now Ireland with it. Ireland into the paint. Shot up, no good. Loose ball. Grabbed by Osborne. Shot was blocked, got it back. Blackwell misses. Shot, or ball goes out of bounds, and it stays with LMU. Well, we were just talking about 5 minutes ago. GU, the team coming up with those 50-50 plays. The last 3 or 4 possessions, it's been all LMU in the effort department. And you see it right there, multiple offensive rebounds, not able to finish around the rim. But if you're GU right now, you're getting outworked, particularly on your defensive glass. You need to shore those up, or you're going to allow LMU to get back and take the lead. Blocked by Kaida. There's Harris. Bell, who just checked in for Stockton, missed it, but will shoot free throws. Boy, the energy level, the physicality taking another click up here in this game in the last couple of minutes.
And Bell at the free throw line already with 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Job defensively on Anthony Ireland. Anthony Ireland 1 of 5 with 5 turnovers. He has made Ireland's night a long one here today.
Left it short. One of 2 for Gary Bell Jr. 7-point game. Not heard much from Ashley Hamilton this half for LMU. Big first half.
Hasn't even taken a shot. He's 5 of 7 there in the first. Hasn't been able to get a look off at all.
Ireland. There's Armstead. Over Pangos. Bad looking shot there. Dower controls the rebound. Harris knocked away from behind by Osborne. Out of bounds. It'll stay with GU. 27 on the shot clock. A lot of students here at LMU. Not making a whole lot of noise. They're trying. Titan. Look at the ball movement. Bell for 3. That one was long. And rebounded by Blackwell. Ireland over Bell. LMU on their own run now. 4-point game. Timeout GU.
And a big shot from Ireland. I'll tell you what, if you're a Lions fan, you'd love to see him get going. A guy who's really struggled offensively tonight. But that's a good look in transition. A guy who takes almost 5 of those a game, those 3-point looks. Now 2 of 4 from the 3-point line. And like you said, Greg, LMU on a run right now. Right when it looked like G was going to pull away, LMU's a little bit on a run of their own. Let's take a look here in transition. One of the best times to get these shots. Gary Bell's hands are down. Excellent recognition from Ireland and knocks down the long 3-point look.
And that shot got the crowd back into the game. Got the Lions to within 4 with 8:21 to play. They had a 2-point lead at the half. Gonzaga stormed out on a 9-0 run to take control. And now in the last couple of minutes, LMU on an 8-1 run, and they've got themselves back to within 4 of GU. It's a good shot of Ireland. Gary Bell Jr. inbounding right in front of us. Ireland guarding Pangos. Bounce pass to Bell. Harris sets the screen. Here's Kiter. He was looking for a lob to Harris, but there was too much traffic inside, and now a foul called inside on number 15, Alex Osborne. That's his second. That's 4 this half for LMU. Bell inbounded. Here's Pangos. Drives, has it taken away by Osborne. And taken right back by Harris in the easy 2.
Heads up play from Harris. Foolish turnover from Kaida, but Harris kind of hangs around the rim and able to intercept that outlet pass.
Ireland. Blackwell almost lost that ball out of bounds, and I think Coach Few had turned to go to the bench when Kaida had turned that ball over, and his possession, or his time on the court, was saved by the play by Elias Harris.
I saw the same thing.
7:32 to play. Gonzaga with a 6-point lead. And this team has just gotten feisty here in the second half. Great energy, a lot of deflections. The defense has showed up, and they've got a lot of easy buckets. We'll be right back. And welcome back. 52-46 our score at the Gersten Pavilion in Los Angeles. Gonzaga with a 6-point lead, 7:32 to play. LMU has had some success against Gonzaga here on this floor. Go back 2 years ago, a young Ashley Hamilton, a younger Drew Viney, 17 points, 16 points respectively. Gonzaga ranked at the time?
Number 9. Students stormed the court. A big win for LMU. It was one of the better teams Max Good has had. A team, I believe, that finished 7-7 in league play. You see the students rushing the floor. And LMU's beat GU before on this floor. We lost to them my junior year, GU 13th. We lost to them down here before every game was on television. Luckily, no one got to see that. But we lost to a very good team that year as well. So
I was also here the night that Dickow hit like 9 3-pointers in the first half. Turioff one night had like 8 or 9 blocks in that game down here. They've had some good players at LMU over these years.
I think I had 8 down here, points total for the entire game.
the years of Turioff, though, they had a couple of Australians, and I forget their names now, that played on this LMU team. They were really good. A first player and a guard.
Physical, yeah.
4-point game with those free throws. Here's kind of. Picked up his dribble, needs some help. Call a timeout. Timeout GU. Is that the guy they wanted with the ball out on top?
No. And it's about the 3rd or 4th time tonight for GU where a guy's been left on an island offensive. Now, first, the guy with the ball, you know, if you're going to dribble the ball, have a purpose with what you're trying to do. Just don't put it down once and then pick it up. Have a purpose with what you're trying to do with the ball. So when you see a teammate getting himself into trouble for whatever reason, it's more than one guy has to make himself available. You come to the ball, look at back cut, maybe get something to the rim. That's something GU's going to have to work on. And too often tonight we've seen guys left on those islands.
And kind of not known for his ball handling.
No, a lot like Carter. He's a guy, when he's moving to the rim, he gets the ball, slashing to the rim, or catches it and looks to put the ball on the ground, and he's in attack mode, he's pretty productive. But if you ever bring the ball out towards half court and try to get you into something, that's just not his strength, and you saw it right there. Really didn't know what to do with the basketball in that situation.
16 on the shot clock. Here's Bell with it. Pangos into the corner. Harris fakes the 3 and drives. Now Pangos will shoot the 3. Open. Missed it. Dower tipped it into the corner. Saved it to Harris. Great play, Sam Dower. 6'11", running to that corner like that. Harris unable to take that pass cleanly. And there's a turnover. Ireland with it for LMU.
Smart play from Ireland. Back it out. You're down 4. You got a good thing going offensively. Slow down and run your offense.
Great feed inside. Osborne somehow got that one to go. He was met at the rim, but strong enough to drop it through. 2-point game. And a whistle inside. And I believe this is on Hamilton. It is. And that's his 4th personal. That's 6 on LMU with 6:20 to play. So now Hamilton and Sacre with 4 personal fouls.
Let's take a look here. Hamilton sees the double, doesn't panic, avoids Sam there on the baseline, and credit Osborne for making himself available. Goes up strong enough to finish through the block attempt from Harris. Nice play from those 2.
Kind of inbounding it for GU. Pangos. Here's Sacre back on with 4 personal fouls. Spins, kicks it out to Bell. And now Gary will reset, looks to the bench. Drives right down the lane, another reverse and scores. That right hand, he loves the reverse with the right hand.
Are you serious? Wow. The second one tonight, one in each half. Those are tough finishes.
Ireland ducks in on balance, scores for LMU. 2-point game, 5:50 to play. He's kind of getting a lot of action for GU down the stretch of the second half. The steal by Sacre. And now Harris into the corner. Kaida for 3. That one's off. Ireland with the rebound. There's a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. And a foul called here on Matisse Kaida. Hamilton will go to the free throw line.
You know, Matisse Kaida's open. They're deep in the corner, but that's not a good shot for him. You'd like to see him on the catch, look to take the ball to the rim, draw the defense, and either look to get a teammate involved, or if no one slides over and rotates, Yeah, he can take the ball to the rim. Now you see right here, Matisse trying to make a good play, trying to hustle back, but he's out of control. As a result, kind of gets caught up and forces, rather commits a silly foul. Hamilton was in a tough spot there off that bounce pass, but it's hard to get upset with the kid when he's giving you that type of effort. You saw right there from one end of the floor to the other, sprint the floor and try to make a play defensively.
I don't believe that Hamilton has scored a point here in the second half.
He hasn't. He's got 13 there in the first half, I believe. Looking at the monitor here, he's still there at 13.
There's his first point from the free throw line. That was the first personal foul on Kaida, but that's 10 on GU, so LMU into the double bonus now with 5:17 to play.
Well, we credit GU all the time for being a team that can defend without fouling. Only 5 there in the first half, but 10 here in the second half, not doing as well a job defending without fouling.
The Zags are going to have to earn this win, ladies and gentlemen. There's Harris, open three. Rattled out. Rebounded by Egbayemi. And LMU now with a chance to take the lead. And there's an unforced turnover. Ireland and Hamilton not on the same page, and Max Good takes a moment to find dejection and then flushes it away. LMU understands how big this game is tonight. This is a chance to get to 4-1 and beat the Zags to do it. Harris, 15 on the clock. Stockton backs it out. Drives, and he was fouled. That's on number 15, Alex Osborne. So Osborne picks up number 3. That's 6 on LMU, 4:23 to play. Stockton inbounding. Viney guarding Stockton. Harris to Pangos, and a foul called there on Ireland. Ireland doesn't like that call. That's his first. That's 7 on LMU. So we should have a 1-and-1 coming here for Kevin Pangos. And Gonzaga doesn't mind that. Pangos a very good free throw shooter.
Yeah, he is. Look at him on the season. Kevin shooting about 83% from the field, leads the Bulldogs.
And Mike Hart on the floor replacing Stockton. An opportunity to get the defensive player in. His free throw. Pangos has 3 points in this game. Make it 4.
Well, 1 of 6 from the field. Only 1 of 4 from the three-point line. And has been solid with the ball, though. A couple assists against some heavy ball pressure. He's had 4 turnovers, though. And, you know, this is part of the process for any young player. Gary Bell's done an excellent job responding from that Thursday night game tonight. Kevin's struggles have continued a bit, but you have to credit a lot of that to LMU's defense. They've really focused on him on their defensive end of the floor.
Alex Osborne with some blood evidently there on the wrist. So they're covering it up with some tape. And here's Pangos at the free throw line. Hit the first. Hit them both. 3-point game, 4:12 to play. Hamilton playing with 4 personal fouls. Trying to get it done on Harris. Egbayemi back to Hamilton. Spins. Almost traveled. Bell in there now, poking at it. Hamilton fall away over Harris. No good. Egbayemi, athletic rebound, and got it to Ireland. New clock, 3:40 to play.
Can't give up that defensive rebound if you're GU.
Ireland lost the handle. Harris grabs it out of the hair, and it may have been Bell who got his hand in there for the deflection. Pressure building in this game for both these teams now. You can really feel it. And here's a foul away from the ball. Things are really getting physical. Foul called there on Ireland.
That's just a frustration foul for Ireland. He's got 7 turnovers here in the ball game. GU up 3. Tight game with 3:16 left here in LA.
Also time now to announce our Subway sub of the game. And it is Matisse Kaida. Just 2 points, but it was his defensive effort here in the second half that's been big.
Right, 2 steals. Has himself an assist. There's been a nice spark off the bench for GU. See right here, his only bucket. A simple read along that baseline. He comes up with the block here. And we mentioned those 2 steals. Looked a lot more comfortable out there on the floor than you'd expect from a guy who hasn't played much this year, has had a real impact.
The big hot pastrami melt is back at Subway Restaurants, big, bold, and tender. Crank up the flavor. Subway Restaurants, proud sponsors of the Gonzaga Bulldogs. And Pangos at the line after that foul on Ireland. Ireland's second, 18 fouls on LMU. And Pangos will get another opportunity. 4-point lead. He can push it to 5 here. Four in a row on 2 consecutive possessions, and Pangos pushes this Gonzaga lead out to 5. And Viney against Bell, spins. Bell right there. And a foul called on Bell. It looked like really good defense to me.
Well, he kept up with Viney, but you saw right there the size. Finally able to turn around, turn into Gary, kind of lean into him, and the official gives him the benefit of the doubt and calls a foul. But great initial defense from Bell. Tough call.
And Viney at the line, an 80% free throw shooter, yet to shoot a free throw in this game. Just 4 points on 2 of 9 shooting. 3:04 to play.
Just all 4 of his 3-point attempts as well.
And Stockton in for Mike Hart.
Well, offense for defense here for GU. Get Mike in whenever you can defensively, but when it comes to the offensive end of the floor, this is the look GU has gone with throughout most of the year. Stockton, Bell, and Pangos.
Viney hits them both. 3-point game. Here's Pangos. Under 3 to go now. There are going to be some wars in the West Coast Conference this year. These top 4 teams are really skilled. The champion's going to really earn it in 2011, 2012. 8 on the shot clock. Stockton driving on Viney, got through. Missed the shot. Viney the rebound. And out to Ireland. The 3 will tie it. Almost a steal there. Bell had his head turned. 18 on the shot clock. And LMU with a reset now. Seven on the shot clock. Ireland driving on Pangos into the corner. Hamilton drives right to the rim, and the big flush. 1-point game. Somebody had to step in front of that freight train.
Big bucket. You'd like to see somebody step in and take a charge, but Elias Harris needs to do a better job closing out.
And now Ireland ties up Pangos. Possession arrow favoring Gonzaga as we take another look at what Hamilton just did.
Elias helps on that initial dribble penetration, but flat-footed on the closeout. Now, I know Hamilton's knocked down a couple threes, but you'd rather make sure you don't give up that dribble penetration. That's where he's had his most success here tonight, and just challenge that 3. Just a poor defensive closeout.
And now the fans back into this game with 1:40 to play. Gonzaga clinging to a 1-point lead. Zachary sets the screen. 15 on the shot clock. Pangos picked up the dribble, bounce pass. Zachary picked it up, missed it. Loose ball, LMU basketball. A chance to take the lead right here as we near the 1-minute mark. And Ireland will back it out and take some time off.
LMU's got a mismatch. G recognizes it. Bell back on Viney.
Viney really pushing at Bell. Pangos with the switch here. Viney ducks in, shot away, missed it short. Knocked around, picked up by Stockton, and now he pulls it out. Over to Pangos. Is that Harris that slapped that ball out of there?
That's what it looked like initially.
There's about 6 seconds differential between the game clock and the shot clock, so Gonzaga cannot bring this all the way down.
LMU choosing not to foul here.
Seven on the shot clock.
You've got to go.
Pangos against Ireland. Bounce pass. Harris. Reverse. Big bucket. Timeout LMU. 6.4 seconds to play. Elias Harris.
Big bucket set up by the freshman Kevin Pangos. I tell you what, those two kids have great chemistry between them and an excellent job from Harris on the back cut. And then he avoids the hard contact and block on the strong side, able to go up and under, protect the ball. Let's take a look here. Kevin, dribble penetration. You see right there, LMU loses sight of Elias. Elias back cuts and gets the tough finish at the rim.
And time now to announce our player of the game, presented by A to Z Rental. No job too big or small. With 7 convenient locations, we rent everything. Let A to Z Rental be your most valuable player for all your rental needs. And tonight's A to Z player of the game is Elias Harris. 19 points, 4 rebounds, 9 of 17 from the floor, and none bigger than that last bucket.
No, he's been big on both ends. You saw he got himself going. That's an excellent look over the top from Kaida. He's in transition, got some easy buckets. Offensively, he does a nice job to compete on the offensive glass. That's a heads-up play. Read the outlet right there. Steps in off of the mistake from Kaida, able to kind of redeem Kaida there a little bit. And right there, the back cut. Armistead loses sight of Elias. Elias, excellent recognition, cuts right to the rim, and Kevin Pangos delivers an excellent pass. So a great weekend overall for Elias Harris. I know GU struggled versus St. Mary's, but he's been good here tonight as well.
Gonzaga with 10 team fouls, LMU with 8. Gonzaga still with 2 timeouts remaining, and LMU with just 1. With 6.4 seconds to play, and LMU down by 3. They've got to obviously be looking for a 3-point shot here.
Sure, and you got, remember, Hamilton's knocked down 2 tonight. Ireland's an excellent 3-point shooter, as is Armistead. And Viney, despite the fact he's struggling as a guy who can knock down those shots as well.
What a classic tonight at the Gersten Pavilion in Los Angeles. This has been a really well-played basketball game by both teams.
Yeah, a great environment, too. Late crowd showing up, but this building's filled up, and excellent energy here in the second half.
If you look at anything, really, it's the turnovers by LMU. They've had 11 turnovers this half.
Yeah, GU scores 14 points off those turnovers here in the second half. So Gonzaga's defensive effort has really tightened up, and they've made LMU pay off those turnovers, something they weren't able to do there in the first half.
So with Gonzaga with those timeouts, they wanted to see what LMU was going to set up there on that play. And now if you're max good, you change the play. If you're max good, you change the play once you
I think you do.
Gonzaga's come up.
Absolutely. And look for GU here. You got plenty of time, 6 seconds left.
Yeah, do you foul? It's the age-old question.
You can commit a foul, LMU.
But Mark Few, I know we've talked about this in the past. His philosophy is not to foul here. He's seen teams lose on 4-point plays.
Yeah, but, what are the odds? I think you got to look to foul here with 6 seconds left. If you force the catch deep in the backcourt, you can look to foul.
I think coaches changed their minds on that, and there's the foul right there.
And it's a game-to-game situation as well. You have a feel for what's happening out there on the floor.
So that stops the clock with 3.5 to play. And Ireland at the free throw line. So they had the foul here.
little confusion here.
Still
for
a lot of
GU,
drama, a lot of confusion.
Well, GU right now trying to make sure they get their substitutions right. Sam Dower in now for Gary Bell. Get some size there on the free throw line. You have Harris, Zachary Dower, and Mike Hart.
If you're Ireland, though, don't you know that Bell's going to follow you there? And when the foul comes, don't you just throw the ball to the rim and hope?
Well, I don't think you can anticipate that call. I think you just have to play. And some guys have a sense that it's coming, sure. Or as the fouls is committed, you try to sell it to the official like you're trying to get the shot up. But, you know, I like this strategy from GU.
Ireland hits the first. Yeah, do you miss this one intentionally now, Richard? 3.5 to play.
I don't, because I got, I'm in a one-on-one situation. I foul. GU, if they missed the first one, I got another opportunity to come down the floor.
He may have. Loose ball, Pangos. And that'll do it. Gonzaga's headed back to the free throw line. 1.5 to play. I suppose there's still a chance here for LMU if Pangos is unable to hit the free throws. Blackwell picks up the personal foul. That's 9 on LMU. So with 1.5 left, if Pangos does not hit this free throw, there is a chance for the heave-ho. Pangos obviously a very good free throw shooter, well over 80% for Gonzaga. He's 4 of 4 in this game with a timeout in Loyola Marymount.
Well, you knocked down both, game over, obviously, but yeah, the question is, with 1.5 seconds left, if you're GU, you make the first or you miss the second. Understand that you got a chance to either tip the ball out, or it's much harder for a team to try to make a game winner with 1.5 seconds left off a defensive rebound than it is off a made bucket and throwing it down the floor.
What's Smartview telling the guys right now?
Well, I think first is defensively where you want to be. He's going to talk about the fact that I think you anticipate the fact that Kevin's going to make both. So if he makes both, the game's over. Don't bother trying to make a play on the ball. But if he only makes one of two, you know, what do you do there? If he makes the second one, you know that they're going to be able to get the ball out of bounds and throw the ball down to midcourt. If he makes the first and misses the second, you know, you want to tell your guys, hey, we don't need the offensive rebound here. Don't commit a silly foul before the clock begins to run. You see right now, everyone off the free throw line for GU.
There goes 4 of 4. 5 of 5. 3-point Gonzaga advantage. Got them both.
Big free throws.
And that'll do it. Gonzaga splits the road trip. What a huge win tonight against Loyola Marymount. 62-58 the final.
Absolutely. You stay in striking distance of St. Mary's with a chance to beat them on your own floor. You still control your own destiny. And then after the disappointing performance on Thursday night, I thought they did an excellent job responding in a big way in a tough atmosphere.
Elias Harris, 19 points on 9 of 17 shooting. Gary Bell Jr., 16 points, 4 rebounds. Gonzaga now 4-1 in the West Coast Conference, 62-58 winners. Richard Fox, Greg Heister, good night from Los Angeles.